Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome again, dear students. Welcome to our live lessons for English for our Cultural Oman channel. Okay, this is a new month and it is a very lovely day to start our lesson. Okay, so as it is clear, it is our English lesson for today. And let's say Bismillah and let's start our lesson. Alhamdulillah, in the previous lessons we have covered the first theme, which was about new media, and today inshallah we are going to continue talking about theme number 2, which is about climate change. And in the previous lesson you have covered the first skill, which is the reading and understanding, and today inshallah together we will cover the grammar and vocabulary. So let's say Bismillah and let's start our lesson. Before we start our lesson, I have this quotation, and quotation means it is a well-known saying. Let's read it together. It says, "We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children." طبعا this quotation is what related to climate change. That means we are not taking the earth from our grandparents. We are what? We are preparing the earth to give it to the next generation. So we should give it to them in a proper way, in a good climate. Okay? And as it is clear here, it is a Native American proverb. Okay? So, طبعا in this lesson, inshallah, we will cover these outcomes, so you will be able to differentiate between cause and effect. You will know the difference between these two, and then you will categorize phrases to cause and effect. Which word we use it to effect, which word we use it to cause, okay? And then in number 3, you are going to apply cause and effect in sentences. That means you will write some sentences, okay? And this is طبعا the first one, it's about the grammar. And then we will move on to cover the vocabulary section, which is basically about the compound nouns. So you will be able to label nouns to produce compound nouns, and then you will identify some vocabulary related to climate change, the topic of this theme. So this is the beginning of our lesson, and it is about cause and effect. I would like you all to bring up your books at page and open your class book at page 16, please. Okay? As you can see here at this slide, you have 2 pictures. The first one, I wrote under it cause, and the second one effect. Okay, let's see the first one, the cause. The cause, that means you have here at this picture, what can you see? You see a lot of clouds. And when we have a lot of clouds, what does that mean? It means that after it, what will happen? We will have rains, inshallah. Okay? So the cause, that means the action that happened first. Okay? And the effect, the action that happens second, or the result of the first action. I hope that you understand it now. I have here 2 other examples to cover. Okay, here we have another example. You have here what? A high temperature. We covered this word before. A high temperature. Okay, this is what? The cause. And when we have a high temperature, what do we have next? What will happen to the ice? It will start melting, right? So the cause here that the global temperature is what? Rising, is increasing up, while the effect or the result, the architect see ice is what? Melting. Look here what happens to the ice at the second picture, started to melt. Okay, I hope that you now understand the idea of cause and effect, what happens first and what happened next. Okay, Look here, I have again another example about cause and effect. Look here, dear students, you have again here what? Two pictures. طبعا the first one is the cause and the second one is the effect. The cause, it says that people burn fossil fuels such as oil and gas. Look here at this picture. Now we have here this factory. It's what? Burns some oil and gas. What happens next? What will happen next? The effect or the result, that means the action leads to global warming. Okay, we will have what do we call by global warming? What is it in Arabic? Do you know it? Yes, it is الاحتباس الحراري. So what will happen next? We will have like a warm earth. All the places are warm, okay? So this is the idea of cause and effect. Cause, again, it is what happens first, okay, or it's the reason, and the effect, it's what happens next, and it is the result, okay? Now, you have here a cause, as you can see here at this slide, you have a cause and you have what? Effect. طبعا now we are talking about writing. When you write, you need to what? As you can see here at this picture, you need to link between them. You need to make them connected. So how do I make them connected? By using some special phrases, or some, we call them in English, conjunctions, okay? Linking words, in other words, okay? So these are, what do we call them, phrases, some يعني special words, you use them to connect between the cause and the effect. I mean by that, when you write sentences in writing, okay, you need to what? To link between the cause and effect, so the reader understand that this one is the cause and the other one is the effect, okay? Here are some phrases, you can use them to connect, or some conjunctions, you can use them to connect between the cause and effect. Again, it is stated clearly in your class book at page 16. So, look here, dear students, I want you all to look at these phrases. Let's read them together. The first one is consequently. The second one, therefore. So, one sequence of, one result of, one effect of, due to, because of, and the last one, as a result of. طبعا the uses of these conjunctions is يعني totally different. We don't use them at the same manner. There are some special uses for them, and I categorize them into three categories. Let's check them together. The first category is when you write first the cause, and then you write the linking word or the conjunction or the linking phrase, and then you write the effect. So you will have what? A very full sentence. Okay? Number one, to make sure that you understand this, let's have these three examples. The first one, people keep burning forests. You know what's the meaning of forests? The place where it's full of trees, full of grass, like a jungle, okay? People keep burning forests, therefore, okay, global temperature rises up, okay? So, where is the cause? Look here at number one. Cause, people keep burning forests. So this is the cause. This is what happened first. People kept what? Burning forests. As a result, what happened? So global temperature rises up. This is the result or the effect. Do you see it now? I linked them together by using the word or the phrase therefore. Okay? So I use therefore when I write first the cause and then I write the effect. Okay? Let's check up together example number 2. Architects see ice is melting, okay? We discussed this in a previous slide where the ice is melting, okay? So, polar bears are dying. You know what's the meaning of polar bears? Polar bears, those bears who live in the Arctic, okay? So, when the ice is melting, this is the cause, this is what happened first. As a result or the effect, these animals are dying, they are dying, okay? So, when I have first the cause and the effect, either I can use therefore or so. Do you see it now? Okay, good. Let's move on to the last example. People use a lot of plastic bags. Consequently, many sea animals die. Again, what happened first? That people use a lot of plastic bags, okay? So we keep like throwing the plastic bags on the sea, on the oceans, on the beach, and then what happened as a result, as an effect? Many sea animals like turtles die, okay? So when I want to link between the cause, what happened first, and what happened as an effect, I use here consequently. Do you see it now? So I have 3 linking words. I can use them when I have the first sentence, or here cause plus linking phrase plus effect. It gives me a full sentence, okay? When I have first the cause and then the effect, okay, I can use therefore, so, and consequently. Do you see it now? Great. Now let's move on to the next, okay, category, where I have the linking word comes first, and then the cause, and then the effect. Do you see it? It will gives me a very good full sentence. Let's check the first example to understand it more. One consequence of melting ice is many polar bears are dying. So one consequence, one effect, one result, this is the same meaning, okay, of melting ice is many polar bears are dying. Do you see it now? So this, okay, this phrase is the cause, okay, and the second sentence is the effect, okay? By the way, one consequence of, you don't have to write after this phrase a full sentence. You can just write a short phrase, okay? Starting with melting ice, global warming, plastic bags. It's like what? A noun. Do you see it? So one consequence of melting ice is the effect, many polar bears are dying, and here you should write a very full sentence. Many polar bears, this is the subject, and are is the verb. The complement, by the way, are dying, this is continuous, okay? And it doesn't need any object here, okay? No need for it. Do you see it now? So one consequence of melting ice is many polar bears are dying. You have first the linking phrase, then you have the cause, and then you move on to write the effect with a full sentence where you should write subject, verb, and object if needed. Let's move on to example number 2. One result of, okay, one result of global warming. Do you know what's the meaning of global warming? As I said before, it is the rising up of temperature on Earth. Okay, so one result of global warming is what happened first, which is the cause, okay, is drought in some places. Do you see it now? Drought. Do you know what's the meaning of drought? where there are a lot of lands where there is no water, or a few. Okay? Drought in some places. So you write first the linking phrase, and then you write the cause, and then you write the effect. Okay? Let's discuss the last example. One effect of plastic bags, okay, one effect of plastic bags is many sea animals are dying. Many sea animals are dying, okay? So you have here one effect of, this is the phrase where you use it to link between the cause and effect. Plastic bags, this is the cause. It caused what? What happened next when we kept throwing the plastic bags on the ocean? What happened? Many sea animals are dying. Okay? So this is the second category where you write first the linking phrase, then you write the cause and the effect at the end. Okay? What are the linking phrases that you can use them at the very beginning of a sentence? One consequence of, one result of, and one effect of. Okay? They are basically the same meaning. Let's move on now to the third category where you write what? Yes, look here at this blue sentence where you write what? Effect first, then the linking phrase, and at the end you write the cause. And it will give you a very correct sentence. Let's discuss the first sentence here. Polar bears are dying. Okay, so this is what happened. This is what happened at the end. So this is number 2. Polar bears are dying due to. Okay, this is the linking phrase, and melting ice, this is the cause. Okay, so the melting ice is what happened first, صح? But we wrote it at the end, and we wrote the effect at the beginning, which is polar bears are dying. Okay, we linked them together by using due to. And you know what's the meaning of due to? Well done, it is because of. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. Some sea animals are in danger because of plastic bags. Now I want you to tell me which one happened first and which one happened as a result. Yes, well done. So this one happened first. The plastic bags, it happened first when people kept throwing plastic bags on sea or on beach. And as a result, as an effect, okay, some sea animals are in danger. This is what happened second. Okay, we linked them together by using because of. Okay, let's check the last example here. The Arctic sea ice is melting as a result of rising of global warming. So again, what happened first? Which one is the cause? Is it the Arctic sea is melting or the rising of global warming? Yes, well done. So the rising of global warming, it happened first, and then the Arctic sea is melting. This is what happened second. We linked them together by using this conjunction as a result of. Okay, so these three, due to, because of, as a result of, these three together, we use them when we have what? When we have the effect first, then the linking phrase, and at the end you have the cause to have a full sentence. I hope that you understand it very well now. Okay? Before we move on to the task, I want you to look here at because of. In some phrases you will have because of, and in other phrases you will have because by itself. Okay, without of. طبعا there is difference between them because of you have what after it like a noun. لكن after because you have a full to write a full sentence where you have subject, verb and object. Okay, so there is difference between them. Now I want you to move on to your skills book very quickly at your task number 1, page 14, please. Now I want you all to read the sentences and choose the correct connector to complete each sentence. I would read them for you and then I will give you time to answer it. The world will be hotter in the future, a consequence of, therefore, as a result of global warming. You will select which one is the correct one. Number 2, one effect of, as a result of, due to, global warming is more extreme weather. Number 3, sea levels will be higher because, due to, consequently, the ice melting in the Arctic. Number 4, sea animals are dying because of, so, an effect of plastic pollution in the oceans. Okay? Now I will give you 1 minute to finish this task. Please do it quickly. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now let's check the answers together. Okay, so the world will be hotter in the future as a result of global warming. I'm sure that you all selected the correct option. Why it is as a result of, what do we have here? Global warming, and we have the world will be hotter. Which one happened first? Yes, the global warming happened first, and then the world will be hotter in the future. Number 2, one effect of, and I'm sure that this one is easy, I'm sure that you selected all. One effect of global warming is more extreme weather. Okay, so this is where you have the linking phrase and then the cause and the effect at the end. Number 3, sea levels will be higher due to the ice melting in the Arctic. Okay, so sea levels will be higher. This one is the effect. Okay, why it's rising up? Because the ice melting in the Arctic. So this one it happened first, and this one it happened second. So we have due to link these two sentences together. Okay. Number 4, sea animals are dying because of plastic pollution in the oceans. Okay. So this is the effect and this is the cause. We link them together by using because of. I believe that you all scored full mark in this task. Now let's move on quickly at this task number 2 at the same page, okay? I want you all to stay at the same page. Now I want you all to look at task number 2. So as you can see here that you have what? Jumbled sentences. That means mixed sentences. They are not in the correct order. I want you to write now in the correct order. Before you start writing, I would like you to be at this task, I want you to be practical. What do I mean by practical? I want you to use your mind. Okay? Like for example, I will give you keys for this task. For example, when you have a capital letter, it is basically when we have a capital letter, we put this word at the beginning. Well done. When we have a word with a full stop, we basically put the full stop where? Excellent, at the end of a sentence. So when you have capital letters, not all the time, okay? When you have capital letters, you write them at the beginning of a sentence. And when you have full stops, a word with a full stop, that means this word, it should be at the end of a sentence. Now I have each one in a separate slide. The first one, you have global temperature, you have into preposition, one result of is an increase being released in greenhouse gases, okay, and the atmosphere. You know what's the meaning of atmosphere? The gases around you, the weather, in other words. So I want you to have one result of, this one result of, remember the category when we have the linking word first, the cause, and the effect at the end. So I want you to order the sentence now quickly. You have 1 minute to finish this task. Yes. So let's discuss now the answer. Do you see it? One result of greenhouse gases being released into the atmosphere is an increase in global temperatures. Do you see it? The capital letter and the full stop? Okay? Great. You can take screenshot now of the slide and write it down after the lesson. Yes, number 2. More time because of online people are spending and social media. Look here, you have here the full stop with social media. You have which one with a capital letter? People. Yes. Yalla. Start now doing this sentence. This is an easy one. Let's check now. People are spending more time online because of social media. So spending more time online, social media. The reason or the cause is the social media. What happened as a result? That people are spending more time online, and we used the linking word here because of. Okay? The last one we have here, consequently. Okay? Consequently, by the way, means it's like a result. Okay? Worse, there, the roads, traffic jams are getting more cars are and on. Okay? Focus on the full stop and the capital letter, and then inshallah you will be able to do it. let's check now the answer. There are more cars on the roads. Consequently, traffic jams are getting worse. Okay? Because of the cars, we have what? Traffic jams. And now I want you all to copy this link, or you can take a picture with the QR code, okay, of this task. I will give you a couple of minutes and then we will do it together. You will have what? Unjumbled sentences. I want you to put them on the correct order. Please do it quickly. Okay, now I will start doing it with you together. Here you have this one. For he scored, studied the hard, full, he therefore mark and exam. I want you now to order the sentence, okay? Yes. It's not working. He studied hard for the Do you see it now? He studied hard for the exam, therefore he scored a full mark. Now I want you to look at the second one. Due all being cancelled, have flights conditions weather too bad. Okay? What is number one? All flights have been cancelled. Yes. Due to what? Bad weather conditions. Do you see it now? Let's move on to the last one. Practice field the in professional of one is being continuous result. Yes, so we have here one result of, this is the what? This is the linking phrase. One result of what? Continuous practice. When you keep practicing something, what will happen? One result of practice, continuous practice, is being what? professional in the field. Do you see it now? So this is how to order the unjumbled sentences. Let's go back to our lesson. Okay, I believe that now we are done with the grammar section where we covered the cause and effect, because it is what happened first, and the effect is what happened as a result of it. And we categorized the linking word into one, okay? The first one where you have cause, linking word, and effect. The second one where you have the linking word first, the cause and the effect. And the last category where you have the effect first, the linking word, and the cause at the end. Okay? I hope that you all understand the grammar section. Now let's move on to the compound nouns. Compound nouns is basically, it's a noun, but it is made up of two words or more. As you can see here at this picture, you have here what? Sun, and you have here glasses. Okay? When you combine these words together, when you join them together, what you will have? Sunglasses. Do you see it now? So you have sun plus glasses, you will have sunglasses. Another new noun, okay, with a new meaning. Okay? Now I want you all to go quickly at your class book, page 17, okay? At task number 3. You will have these pictures, okay? And as you can see, you have from examples from 1 to 6. You have here what? Separate nouns, okay? 2 nouns at each example. You will try to guess first the meaning of this picture and then try to join them together to have a new word or a new noun, compound noun. I will do with you the first one. I will do the first one, okay? You have here what? Foot and then pole. So foot, pole. Do you see it? Number 2, I will do the second one with you. What is this? Ice, excellent. And this one? Cap. Well done. So it is ice cap. Great. Let's look together at number 3. What is it? This one? Fire. And this one is man. So what is it? Fire, man. Do you see it? Look at number 4. What is it? What do we call the dead animals when they are dead from a very long time? What do we call them? Fossil. Well done. And this is fuel. This is oil. So what is it? Fossil fuel. Well done. Number 5, this is a very nice one where you have what? What is it? Tea, excellent. And this one? Bag. What is it? Tea bag. Do you see it now? You know the meaning of a tea bag? When you want to have a very quick tea and you bring a tea bag, put it in a hot water. This is, we call it tea bag. This one is a greenhouse and this one is what? Gas. Greenhouse, gas. Do you see it now? So the compound nouns is basically about 2 nouns and you want to join them together. These are the answers. Please take a screenshot of the slide and write it down after the lesson. Okay, good. Now at this slide, you will have what? You will have how to write the compound nouns. طبعا there are 3 different ways to write the compound nouns. The first one, when you write them, join. يعني there is no space between the 2 words. Like for example, at number 1, armchair, textbook, or classmate. Classmate, we mean by that, classmate is your friend at the class, okay? Classmate. So this is the first way, when you write them joined without a space. Number 2, you use hyphen. This is the hyphen, okay? You use hyphen to join the two words, like 1 year old, dry cleaning. Do you see it? You join them together by using the hyphen. Sometimes they are like separate words, okay? You don't join them and you don't use the hyphen. You just separate them, okay? Like air conditioner or alarm clock. These are separate words. You will ask me, teacher, how do I know when to write it joined, when to write it using hyphen, or when to write it using or as a separate words? طبعا you can rely on your dictionary. This is the only way how to know how to write it. Go back to your dictionary and then you will know how to write compound nouns in a very correct way. Okay? Now here we have some tasks related to compound nouns. طبعا I cannot just bring any word and join it with the other word and say this is a compound noun. There are like setted words in English. You can join them together. And this is the how to know it. You can read more. You can go back to your dictionary to know more about compound nouns. For example, climate. Which word I can use with climate? Okay, like the title of the theme, climate change. Excellent. Okay, so I can write here change. Greenhouse. What do I use with greenhouse? The first one I use is what? Gas. Excellent. طبعا you have here in the words in the box. You have footprint, pollution, waste, dioxide, effect, fuels, warming, and straw. Okay, let's discuss the meaning of these words. Footprints. You know what's the meaning of footprints? These are the footprints. Okay? Do you know what's the meaning of waste? It's not like wasting time. No. Waste, in other words, it's like a trash. Okay? You know what's the meaning of effect? We discussed it, is as a result. You know what's the meaning of warming? Like rising up of a temperature, like this earth here. This is warming. You know what's the meaning of straw? This is an easy one. Straw, you use it when you drink juice. This is a straw. We call it straw. Do you know what's the meaning of dioxide? This is in chemistry. Yes, well done. It is the CO2. Pollution, I believe it is an easy one. Yes, excellent. تلوث. And fuels, it's like oil. Well done. This picture, it means fuel. I believe that you know the meaning of change. Excellent. Now you know the meaning of these words. Let's go back to the task. Okay? Try to now join words together to have new compound nouns. Okay? Because we are running out of time, I have to check the answers. These are the answers of this task. Climate change, greenhouse gas, greenhouse effect, carbon footprint, carbon dioxide, global warming, fossil fuels, plastic waste, plastic pollution, and plastic straw. Okay? طبعا in the next task you have to be interested in carbon footprint. You know what's the meaning of carbon footprint? Footprint, that's, you see, we mean by that the print that you make on the land. Okay? And carbon footprint, it's totally a new noun. It measures, يقيس how much you produce the CO2 on the atmosphere. Okay? It measures how much a person produces what carbon or dioxide on the atmosphere. Now this is the last task, okay, where I want you all to look at this text and use these compound nouns to answer this text. Okay? I will give you 1 minute only to read the text and then you will listen to check your answers. Okay? Yalla, you have 1 minute to finish this task. I will read the text for you. Every person, house, business, organization, and a country has a carbon footprint. A carbon footprint is a way to measure how much an activity releases into the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is that causes global warming. It is produced when we burn activities such as watching television, using air conditioning, or driving car add to your carbon footprint. Measuring your carbon footprint is one way of understanding how you contribute to. We can reduce our by turning off lights and air conditioning units when we are not in a room, buying local food, and reducing our waste. Okay? Now, I would like you to listen and check your answers. Okay? Sorry, we don't have much time to listen, so I believe that I will show you the slide with the answers. You can ask your teachers to check your or to listen, okay? These are the answers. And now I want you to take a screenshot of this slide, okay? And what? Do it as a homework. You can refer to your teachers whenever you are done or whenever you need a help. So basically, this is the end of our lesson. We covered the cause and effect. We moved on to discuss some new vocabulary related to climate change. And then we moved on to compound nouns, where it means two nouns or more joined together to have what? A new noun with a new meaning. Well, this is the end of our lesson. I hope that you find it very useful and practical. Please, if you have any questions, go back to your teachers. They will be pleased to help you. Okay? So thank you and see you next time, inshallah. Please stay home and stay safe. Have a nice day.